Your Excellency, at this point, I'll be inviting the children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren of our celebrant. He's blessed with 17 children, 49 grandchildren, and 12 great-grandchildren. The latest local government in Bayelsa State, the Otobo-Tekere local government, as they come up on stage, the children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. And believe me, our celebrant is a man of character and conviction. Out of the 17 children, he had 12 daughters in a row before the first son. And if you see some wearing t-shirts, just know that behind the t-shirt, if you see C1, C2, it is child 1, child 2, or child 8. You know, the numbering will help us. And then you will see behind the husbands or the wives, HC or WC, that is husband of child 8. Husband of child 8 is passing. Behind him, you will see HC8. You will see wife of child like that. That is the numbering. So because this is a new local government area, we needed to do the numbering. Because if you add the in-laws, the numbers are increasing. Thank you very much. Please, let's put our hands together for them. Making his way up here, His Royal Majesty King Amalate Journey Turner. And prior to this time, he was known as the Obibo Miki Miki.
I'm here representing the former president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. He left for Nairobi yesterday. As you know, there's an election that is supposed to go on in that country, and he has to be there to supervise that election. I am delighted to join the government and people of Bayelsa State and other illustrious family members and friends across the country to celebrate His Highness Christian Atani Okpofa Otobo-Tekere on this significant milestone of his 97th birthday. I thank members of Otobo-Tekere family for inviting me to chair this special event. His Highness, the Poet King, as some fondly call him, is a man of many parts: a father, a teacher, a moral crusader, poet, administrator, and proprietor who has excelled in this life and therefore gives us reasons to celebrate. He is a gift to Bayelsa and the Izon nation, and a blessing to those around him. For us as a people, I think we owe him a debt of gratitude to appreciate him for his exemplary life, a life of legacy, dedication, impact, and service to nation. I therefore appreciate the state governments and other family members who have put this event together to celebrate his life and legacies, as well as amplify his voice and message through the book launch. His books, Background Reports, a memoir, and At One with the Spirit, a poetry collection, which are being publicly presented today, will give us more insights about his struggles and accomplishments in life and help us appreciate those hard decisions he took that define his persona. God has blessed our dear King with a long life as he sits as one of the longest serving monarchs in Bayelsa State, reigning for almost 60 years with strides of peace, unity, and love in his kingdom. Today, I am happy that we have gathered to celebrate a living legend and share testimonies of how his life has greatly impacted on all of us. He is a success story worthy of telling. On behalf of my family, I wish him happy birthday and pray that God will continue to sustain him in perfect peace, long life, in good health and joy. Congratulations.
We have had this culture of celebrating our parents when they are late. And we will all gather and begin to look at what he has done and what he has not done. And I think the culture is changing. Today, the Otobo Etekere family has deemed it necessary to celebrate their father when he is still alive. Let's give them a round of applause. Every other family will be taking a cue from what is happening today. For us as a government, we have been preaching love. We have been preaching unity. And this is one of the ways to unite us as a people and for us to exude love to one another. And for all of us who are gathered here to celebrate this icon and this man who has served his community, served his clan, served his local government, served the state, served this country in various capacities. Clearly, I am sure that each of us here will be asking ourselves, can I also get to the age of 97 years? I will not forget that our father and mentor in his life has not seen it all rosy. At a point in his life, this old man was kidnapped. And if he had died in that kidnap, we will not have today to honor and celebrate him. And that speaks volumes about our value system today. Parents must be responsible to review their value systems, to bring back those values that has made the kind of man that we are celebrating today. We have heard from the presentations here, from the biography, that our father and mentor was even a politician. And he decided to follow the great Nigerian People's Party, and which was the politics without bitterness. And even allowed his wife to go to another party. If that happens today, I'm sure we will be having a lot of divorces. And I'm sure that if we reflect, we will all go back to the good olden days when honor was given to whom honor was due. And the values of respecting your elders, your seniors, your parents. Netabo Kikulemi, Governor Kikulemi, Kwedosa. We celebrate you today. We join your children to wish you a happy 97th birthday.
To honor an icon of Bayelsa State, not just his kingdom, the poet king, who has attained a very, very ripe age of 97. And I would like to seize this opportunity again on behalf of the Water family, Federal Minister of Water Resources and his agencies, to say a very happy birthday to King Otobo Etekere and to felicitate with his family on this very important milestone. We thank the Almighty for sparing his life, not only sparing his life, but making it a purposeful life. He has inspired our lives through his literary works part of which we are celebrating today. For somebody to have written like 400 poems is not easy. But I think we can now understand why the gentleman is still ticking at 97. His Highness has lived a purposeful life, like I said, getting to the age of 97, and we're still hoping for more. In the course of his life, he has built a name and built a reputation for himself. And after this, apart from this celebration to honor him as his literary works, I think the best that you, his children and grandchildren, can do for him is to make sure that you live up to that name. You need to protect that name and protect his reputation.
The biography of His Highness Christian Atani Okpofa Otobo-Tekere, J.P. Okun the 19th, Amananowe of Tombia, Ekpetiama, Bayelsa State, the poet king. Many who have studied the personality of our celebrant, His Highness Christian Otobo-Tekere, would agree that his character could be defined by 4 traits. 1, integrity, determination, humility, and hospitality. These evident virtues have indeed reflected his disposition from his earliest days to his 97th year, which we celebrate today. One of his greatest achievements when he came to the throne was that he abolished the caste system that had existed up to that time. He said no longer should anybody or any family be called slaves, omoni, in local parlance. It was after his retirement that the Forabe-trained economist began a career in writing, for which we celebrate today. His Highness has published, as we have heard already, 12 books. The ones to be launched today makes it 14 books. He has to his credit several short stories and poems on diverse philosophies. On this birthday anniversary, we have a presentation of 2 wonderful books from his table. It will amaze you to note that this nonagenarian never had any formal literary background except his zeal and love and doggedness in making societal impact and imprint. With his latest books, he has done lots of thoughts and research. The monarch is generally known for his trademark humor that stands out in his fictional narratives. His poetry, however, is more serious and deeper, demanding some serious thoughts and analysis, seen and felt by many from different perspectives. He is many things to many people. In Tombia, he is called Daddy by everyone. In the Ekpetiama clan, he was the selfless and tolerant acting clan head. In the Enagwa local government area, he is the king that is highly respected for his virtues and values. In Bayelsa State, he is a recognized traditional ruler and an elder statesman. To the literary community and the Association of Nigerian Authors, they are right here. He is a patron, the national president is here. He is a patron and poet with 400 poems in his kitty. Please, a round of applause for the celebrant. 400 poems written from the time he was in his 50s till date. To the Christian community, he is a namesake and defender of Christian ideals. To his brilliant and respected children and the Otobo-Tekere and other families of his roots, he is a patriarch par excellence. And to his friends and mentees, an inestimable companion. And I shall announce that I am one of them.
Think of it. What should this celebration of Christian Atani Okpofa Otobo-Tekere mean but laying a different tag for today's and coming generations of artists, which is why celebrating him at 97 must begin, in my view, from appreciating his own nurturing of his muse, including how he enjoyed sharing his art at the level of family, colleagues, well-wishers, and peer groups, so that lighting the lantern whose shadows streak from random poems published in sailing club magazines in Port Harcourt, he worked at shared petroleum, energizing what appeared not to have a future. Although Atani Otobo Tekere appeared to be merely doodling in those days and trusting manuscript to his drawers, he stood up for his art and was eventually importuned to resort to small presses in the tradition of self-publishing, facilitated by members of his large family who were never distant from his literary productions. He took what he called his spiritual connectivity so seriously that when he had dreams, visions, and trances, he never dismissed them, but harnessed their import and implications. Elemental, purposive, or call it a programmatic nuance, entered his literary performances through the trance that he fell into once upon a time. It was something of an epiphany. In his words, it was a trance in which a well-uniformed person in white, looking like a hospital nurse, or should I now call him or her angelic messenger, accosted me. This lady in white tapped my left shoulder and pointed at a stack of books in front of me. There were 10 batches of books, one batch on top of the other. Pointing at them, she said, "You will write 10 books. The first one will be on religion. See the last one. The color should be green, white, green, and the title should be Background Report." In the next minute, she was gone. I have actually surreptitiously given you an insight into part of the 2 books that are supposed to be out today. The news is that the poet king never deviated from pursuing the admonition of the lady in the trance.
To the glory of God and for the use of mankind, I hereby unveil these 2 books written by a nonagenarian of our times, a father, a man of different paths. In the name of God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, you have it there, the 2 books, and one with the spirit, and of course, background report, being turned so you can see both books. Their Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen.
We are happy with our father, and happy with the event. So on behalf of the state government, we will donate 10 million naira.
When there is a will, there is always a way. And I think on behalf of the ministry and agencies of the Federal Ministry of Water Resources, we'll be making a donation of 5 million following the footsteps.
Thank you so much, sir.
On behalf of His Royal Majesty, Chief Otobo Tekere, whom we are celebrating graciously, we now formally present the books written by our father, grandfather, great-grandfather, and great-great-grandfather to be to the public for their contributions. EPP! EPP! EPP!
The chief at 97 we are celebrating today does not need our money. He doesn't. He has more than enough. And in any case, God has so blessed him that it's not what you will give to him now that will make a difference in his life. However, he has seen it fit to think of the children in our part of the country that will come tomorrow. And it is for them that he has established this educational foundation. So I want to urge us, I want to pray with us, I want to plead with us that we should take copies of this book, read them, secularize them, distribute them to others, and then contribute appropriately so that that foundation will be strong. That foundation will train people that will come out to be real Ijaw persons who will advance our part of the country. Thank you very much indeed.
Not long after the war, the River State started a school called the College of Science and Technology. And some of us were pioneer students there. In trying to find its feet, the college had diploma and pre-degree programs. And part of the requirements was for industrial training. At that time, King Otobo Tekere was the treasurer in Shell Petroleum Development Company of Nigeria, and my dad directed me to him to see if he could help get me a place to do my industrial training in Shell. You can imagine my walking into the office of the treasurer of Shell Petroleum Development Company at that time. When I got there, of course, he made it possible for me to do my IT with Shell, that is in the short form. And you can imagine what impact that had on me as a teenager, walking into SPDC, seeing a man of his stature surrounded by all kinds of white people. It definitely must have given me the desire to go forward and become like one of them. So I'm standing here as a testimony that he impacted me directly. 2, that impact drove me to really better my life. I went to the United States, came back, lecturing and working in the University of Science and Technology at that time. My body started pinching me. I wanted to do business. And as I was running around, somebody saw my struggles and thought they could assist me to propel me to make progress in my desired business ventures. What the guy did, I cannot forget till tomorrow. He gave me my first car in my life, a Transporter double cabin bus, and that person is also an Otobo Tekere, here present, Surveyor Otobo Tekere. Please give me a round of applause. 3, in pouring his water into basket by training his children, one of them grew to establish the renowned Montessori Nursery and Primary School in GRA Port Harcourt. And thanks to her, all my 4 children passed through there, got the necessary foundation, and have become who they are today. Again, a great impact from the Otobo Tekeres. So on account of all of this, yes, there are living testimonies of how he has impacted lives directly and through his kids and siblings. So what I will do in presenting this book, which my co-presenter has already done, I would like the family and those who are organizing this to find out what it costs to print the background report as of today. The entire cost of what the background report costs. And let me have it. Thank you very much.
Cities in heaven, give us this day our daily bread. Oh, give us this day our daily bread. Oh Lord, our Father, which art in heaven, know, hallowed be thy name. Coffee Blacks Band. Put it, give up, give up, give up, give up, give up, give up, give up. Say me and my brother, so me and my brother. What's the name of the where is it? So me and my brother. me and my brother. So me and my brother. I see me don't see where the Cyprio. So me and my brother. Why do me and my brother? You're not by see where the Cyprio.
Well, ceremonial event, and I'd like to
Do that. Again, let's give it up for Kofi Black and his band. Thank you so much. And for taking us to High Life. And so we're cutting the birthday cake. Ladies and gentlemen, if we'll have your attention here on the stage, this will be a participatory cutting of the cake. So please be involved. Thank you. Please don't cover yourselves. Thank you. All right. This, ladies and gentlemen, we're spelling love. It is love for education that has kept our father this long. He is a man who believes in education. That is why he has an educational foundation. And so love is what we'll spell as he cuts his 97th birthday cake. And so it is participatory. As you are here, we're celebrating, we're all happy. Please participate. Pause the eating for this while and participate. Give me L. It can be louder. Give me L. Give me O. Give me V. And give me E. Love. Happy birthday. Magic moment. The 97th birthday cutting of his cake, Wilson Jack. He will be the one to take the toast.
It's a celebration. It's a celebrate and have a good time. Yeah, yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We're going to toast to dedication to intellectual activities. We will toast to literary expression. We will toast to the girl-child education. Daughters all had education. In a country today, we are still begging people to educate their daughters. And we are going to toast to the goodness of life of God in the life of our daddy. And all this we will sum up in grace, love, and blessing. Cheers, toast to grace, love, and blessing. Cheers.
Good people of Africa, I want to thank you immensely, totally, in its entirety, because no words can quantify the merriment, the joy, the happiness you have brought and put into my life. I feel younger than before I came here. I feel stronger than before this evening. It is all occasioned by your presence and attendance. So I want to thank you all for all that and for the new soul you have given me. I feel stronger. I feel more joy to give glory and glorification to our Creator. God, our God is all powerful. He is the Creator. He can give and take. Everything it could be according to His will. So thank you. Since words cannot quantify what I have to, tell you, let me tell you just one thing, that we, as members of the same family, should live as brothers and sisters, fathers and sons, live together, and he will do the rest for us. So, since no one can quantify what is going on in my mind, I will say thank you all for coming and sharing with me this great day of days. I feel better, younger, stronger than what you know of me. Thank you all.
Praise the Lord. Daddy has expressed his love and his joy even at this time.
Before I say good night, a piece of advice to you all. Live as brothers and sisters. Live as people belonging to the same family. Learn how to forgive and to receive. What I know is that if we are moving like that, the Creator, the owner and deliverer of all great things will come to our aid. Therefore, thank you all for coming and for the benefit of those who do not know me much. I should say welcome, and we thank our God who has given me the privilege to know and to see all this and to tell you that we must live as brothers and sisters. Thank you.
Thank you. Praise the Lord. I'm sure you all heard the message. Daddy says you should live peaceably with one another. He's grateful to God for the grace upon his life, and he's happy that everybody here has come to rejoice with him.
Child number 8 with husband to child number 8, and we are here to do the vote of thanks on behalf of our father, His Highness Christian Atani Okpofa Otobotekare JP Okun the 19th, Amananowe of Tombia, and the oldest poet in Africa. First of all, we want to thank God who has made today possible. As we prayed and planned and prepared, God encouraged us, and we knew that today would end well. So we give God all the praise and all the glory. For us as a family, and I'm speaking on behalf of Daddy and his 17 children, 49 grandchildren, and 12 great-grandchildren. It is heartwarming that you made out time from your very busy official and personal schedules to honor Daddy today. We cherish and appreciate your attendance, especially as we know that it is against the odds of high cost of air tickets, flight delays, and even flight cancellations. We cherish every one of you for the sacrifices you have made to be here today to present Daddy with gifts, with your presence, your prayers, and your good wishes. We want to assure you that the time you have spent here today honoring Daddy will not go in vain. We know that God will bless your labor of love. He will reward your labor of love, and he will bless you even with what Daddy has, which is longevity in good health, in strength, and sound mind. So on this day, we want to thank you so much for being part of our joy. We pray that as you go back, God will take you safely to your destinations, and that indeed long life will be your portion. Amen. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and God bless you all.
As he celebrates his 97th birthday, we wish His Royal Highness Christian Atani Otobo-Tekere Okun the 19th, a Mananowe of Tombia, Ekbetiama Bayelsa State, several more hearty years in great health.
Boni wa manano wa iswa